Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of History Hobo Plays TimeGuessr. We had on a pretty good run the last couple of days with a personal best and a 48,000 points score yesterday. Let's see if we can keep that going. Remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy the videos. Let's get into the game. Okay, here we go. We've got some people rolling some oil barrels down the street. Beekman's let on student in Plaats van Creperen. Seems Dutch again. Is this related to the Dutch oil thing that was referred to yesterday? Possibly. Could be a Dutch number plate. I wish I could see all of it. There. But it definitely looks Dutch. So we've got a protest. So are we in Holland are we in Amsterdam or are we in The Hague? We do have what looks like a canal here. Does The Hague have canals? Not sure. I'll have to check on the map on that. Could definitely be Amsterdam though. This does kind of have an Amsterdam feel to it. Let's have a quick look and see if The Hague has canals or not. It has a river. It does have kind of canals, so it's possible to be The Hague. Yeah. This could work. So I think maybe we will be in The Hague then. It could be Amsterdam, but we're never going to lose too many points in Holland between the two. Maybe we'd be over here somewhere. We have a canal here, although these canals don't look quite the same, but this could be this actually. Looks like a bit of a lake almost, but we're walking down it. We'll go there. I'm not too worried about the location on this round. So the car, the last round, what year was it? Was it 75, 76, something like that? Or maybe it was a bit earlier. Not sure why there's weird alien pictures on these, or men pictured on there. Would the car work for that area? This looks a bit more 80s-ish, really. I know this hairstyle looks a bit more 80s. This woman's big hair. This almost a bit punkish, some of the guys. So that would suggest early 80s, really. This car also maybe not into the 70s. It could be a completely different thing. It's probably not related to the last one. I think I'll go mid to, could it be late 80s? Hard to say. I associate the big hair more towards the late 80s than I do the early 80s. We'll stick it in, we'll stay at 85, just in the middle, and hedge both sides. Oh, it's bang on 85 and it was the right leg. I wasn't expecting that. We're on the other side of it though. So students demonstrating against plans for new student finance in The Hague. Don't know what these barrels have got to do with it then. Thought it might be related to the oil thing yesterday, but apparently not. Suppose it did mention students on the sign. Okay, we have the Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center. Is that the one in Houston? Is that what it was called? Johnson Space Center? Oh, entering Houston city limits. So yes, we're outside the Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center. We remember the Space Center was down here somewhere. Was it here, Nassau Bay? Yeah, Johnson Space Center. Can we see this kind of sign on the road? I assume this whole thing is the Space Center, so maybe it's out here somewhere. See, this looks like a security checkpoint. I don't think you'd have public going into that point, but we'll have a look down here to see if I can see the sign. They might have let people in for a special occasion, but I'd be surprised. I thought it'd be highly secure place. Can't see any sign. This would be the logical place for it to be, unfortunately. We'll put it here just for now. We have a bridge, do we? Some kind of bridge, looks like possibly going over a river or crossing over another road. Entering Houston's city limits. I assume Houston spreads out quite a long way. I don't think we'd be into the town here. We have a bridge here, but this is quite far away from it, so I don't think it would be here. No. Where else would it be? Is this a bridge? That kind of is. So maybe it is just along here, possibly. I don't see the security checkpoint though, so maybe we're on the other side of it. Can't really see it from above, but we'll put it somewhere around this bridge, maybe just here. Okay, now the year. Is this remembering? What's it remembering? Thank you. Thank who? That's the question. What year are we here? Police car doesn't look super new. Is this after like the Challenger space disaster or something like that? Was it the Challenger? I think it was. Can't remember when the Challenger was. Was it in the 90s? Fashion kind of works 90s-ish. Can't really see what that says. Not really. When was the Challenger disaster? Not really sure if this even is to do with Challenger. I think it would have been early 90s. I can't really remember it happening, so I must have been quite young. Was it even into the 80s possibly, but I'm not really sure on these fashion. Wish I could see his camera a bit clearer. Let's look at the cars then. Some of these don't look that old. Is this a Crown Vic police car? It's a Jeep of some sort. That doesn't look too old, that one. We'll go early 90s on this. I could be way off. It might be nothing to do with Challenger. Let's go 91. It was 2003. Wow. So tributes been paid to the crew members killed in the Columbia disaster. I got the two mixed up. That makes a lot more sense. And the location was actually on the other side of the Space Center. I didn't think to check on the other side. But yeah, we've lost some points there, so we're not going to get a super high score today. Yeah, when was Challenger? I think it might have been even earlier. It might have been late 80s. I do remember the Columbia space disaster, the shuttle one. I should have thought about it. These cars didn't look old enough for that. Okay. Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. Is this Haile Selassie? Is that what he's called? I think it is. So I think we're in an airport by the looks of it. This looks like a control tower. This is a very distinctive Ethiopian writing. Yeah, I would say we're definitely in Ethiopia. Well, where is Addis Ababa? And now the airport, more than likely here. Can we see a control tower of some kind that matches that? It's kind of hexagonal or octagonal shape to the roof of it. Quite a large airport, but it might have been expanded a lot since this picture was taken. Can't see any towers, unfortunately. I might take a bit of searching. But I think we're going to be in this region, so I don't think we're going to lose too many points if we're not exactly on the right place. I think we'll be near the main terminal. Out the front of it or out the back of it? Is this a tower? No. I wouldn't. Well, we might be on the landing strip if he's welcoming someone. Let's say here. Don't think I'm going to get it exact, but should be an okay location. Now, what year was this? I do not remember when he was the leader of Ethiopia. Looking at clothes again. Kind of 70s-ish, maybe even 60s. Hard to tell with what this woman's wearing because she's wearing a very formal outfit. And everyone else seems to be wearing military uniform. Or long white lab coats almost. These guys' suits are really the only clue, and these thick black glasses tend to be more 60s, 70s-ish is what I would say. Really don't know on this one. No dates anywhere else. Let's say early 70s. 72. Hope it's close. 69, so not terrible. Okay, Queen Julia of the Netherlands speaking with Emperor Haile Selassie. It was in Addis Ababa, so it was Haile Selassie. I thought I recognized him. The location was over here. Do we see that tower? Not really. Oh, that's the tower. It's got only that edge to it, has that shape, and the rest is square. I was looking for something more octagonal around it. Okay, still a good score. Okay, we have America by the looks of it, unless it definitely looks America. It looks almost New Yorkish as well, but might not be. Let's have a look. Unless it's Australia, you can never know. Sometimes Australia can deceive you. The scorching, reckless joyride of wild girls on the road, young and wild, CinemaScope. Interesting, never heard of that. Delinquents out for a fast kick, juvenile jungle. Never heard of any of these. See, I've seen this as Victoria. Is that a person's name? For sale. Cigars. Philip Morris, still going today. Okay. Quantrill's Raiders. There's a lot of cinemas and stuff around here by the looks of it. Now, which side of the road are we driving on? That might help us here. We are driving on the right, so America does seem the logical guess here. Tow zone, tow away zone. No standing. Jesse James. There's a hell of a lot of. There's the Apollo Theatre. Would this be New York or would it be LA? It's going to be one of those guesses, isn't it? I need to find something that matches either side. Cars look 50s-ish to me. These sharp, like spaceship fins to them, although they could be a little old at this time, but it looks around the 50s. Brigitte Bardot, I've heard of her. I don't know. I assume she was around the 50s maybe. We have tall buildings, but not that many tall buildings. If this was going to be New York, I would think every building would be pretty tall. So are we in LA here? Not really sure. Really don't know where this is. This building seems too big for LA though. It's massive, that one. And I assume it keeps going quite a lot higher. I always remember like New York had those, like a lot of, around Times Square in the 80s and stuff, there was loads of cinemas all showing essentially adult movies. I don't know if this is that same area. It's just an amazing amount of cinemas all here, unless it's all one big place, that one, and this is a different one. Got spaghetti here, suggests an Italian influence, which would be more New York. Do we see any taxis? A yellow taxi would really help me. Not really, no. Yellow front number plates though. I think New York might have yellow front number plates. Something I really need to study, although I don't know if it's changed since this day in it, since this photo was taken. I think New York and Delaware both have yellow number plates. So, and the spaghetti was making me think New York now, yeah. It's one of those ones. Nothing else is giving it away. I have no idea where in New York these movie theatres would have been. Don't know if the Apollo Theatre is still there. As I said, I know there was a lot around Times Square, so we might go near Times Square actually. This is Times Square, but I don't know. It's so built up now, I don't really know. Well, we probably won't be a million miles away. It's Manhattan's not that big, so let's go near Joe's Pizza. And the year, it's definitely 50s. Is it early or late 50s? I have a lot of these style cars around. That one looks a touch later, maybe. I think we'll go 57. Let's go 57. Let's go for it. It was New York and it was 58. Oh, close. A view of cinemas lined up along Manhattan's 42nd Street. So 42nd Street possibly has a lot of cinemas. Does it still have the Apollo Theatre here? No, we've got a COVID test site and a bank. And a Chinese restaurant. So no. It's all gone now. Let's see. Do the buildings still look a bit shorter? Some of these do actually look a bit shorter here, so that might be why. Okay, not a bad guess. Okay. What do we have here then? McEwan's? It's almost Irish or Scottish. Or Scotch. But it's not either of those by the looks of it. Is that a Belgian flag there, or is it a German flag? I can never remember the orientation of the flags. This looks nice beer. Could be either Belgium or Germany. These kind of things I associate with Belgium, I think. Gallery en Petro Paulo Rubens. Although the font looks quite Germanic, it sounds more Frenchish. So Belgium might be a good idea here. Or it could be Flemish. Wandelstocken. That also sounds a bit German now, so it's gonna be interesting. Is this Bruges or somewhere like that, maybe? Obviously, we have an outdoor cafe, coffee bridge. Now, is that the Belgian flag? I'm trying to remember. It's hard to tell which way it's hanging. I think it's hanging down this way. It should be black on the left, yellow in the middle, right, red on the right. I think that's the Belgian flag. I think the German flag is top to bottom, so striped that way, whereas the Belgian's that way. So I think that's the Belgian flag. We do have more Flemish sounding language here though, so would it be Bruges? I don't really know. We have a big church here. I know Bruges does have a church right near the square. I've been there. But it could be Brussels, could be Ghent. I don't know why I'm looking in Hamburg. Just zooming in absent-mindedly. Let's look at Bruges. Bruges is definitely more French-speaking, but here's the market. This was my thought was around here. And we have this big old building here. Do we have a church off to the side of it that would be in the background? Maybe not. We'll put it here for now though. Oh, that's the church I was thinking of, but that's too far away, so maybe not this one. Could we be in Brussels then, maybe? I think Brussels is even more French speaking though, really, isn't it? Let's have a look in Ghent. Have they got a central market square? I've looked in Ghent before for another Belgian round, but not really. And I think the one that I was looking around before was just Brussels, so we might have to just go in Brussels. Luckily Belgium's not a big place, so we have a square here. Do we have a church near it? Not really, no. And then the other big squares, there's another square here. This could work, but I don't think it's right. We'll leave it in Brussels as the capital. Probably going to regret that. I bet it probably was Bruges or something. Or maybe Antwerp, but this seems more French, that seems more Flemish. That's just what's got me a bit confused. The year here feels early 90s to me. This kind of curtains hairstyle, very 90s. Yeah, this guy's on rollerblades, also quite a 90s thing. If it was earlier, it would probably been roller skates. So yeah, I think I'm going to go 90s here. Let's go 94. Let's go for it. It was 97, even later. And was it Antwerp? It was Antwerp, I think. I did in one place I didn't check. If this makes sense on the satellite view, I'm going to be really annoyed. Yeah, we got a church back here. That makes perfect sense. I should have looked here because I probably would have found that. That was dumb of me, but we didn't lose too many points. Final score, an average round, 45,802. Not terrible though. Okay, let's add that in. Hopefully, well, it won't have brought our average below. Still above 45 with only 3 days left. It's not bad. And let's look at the breakdown. Okay, first round, pretty good score was the Hague one. Always go in the Hague, unless it really feels like Amsterdam. Second one was the Space Center. I just got my air disasters mixed up with that one. Should have thought about the Space Shuttle one. I could have got a lot closer because those cars did not match for what I was thinking with Challenger. Next one, Ethiopia. Got pretty lucky on the year guess there because I had no idea when Haile Selassie was actually the leader of Ethiopia, but I knew of him. Next one, New York. We were lucky we went New York and not LA. Just the spaghetti, I think, saved me there. Always, if you see Italian, if I've seen pizza or spaghetti, then I'm going to think more Italian heritage there. And the last one, Antwerp. I should have got that. I should have thought to actually check Antwerp. I checked other big cities, but didn't check Antwerp. I think that's the first round I might have even had in Antwerp. I think, oh no, maybe I had one at Antwerp Zoo once, then I thought it was Paris. Okay, that's not terrible though. Decent score. It definitely could have got higher on that, but we'll see next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.